Afternoon. I hope you're enjoying your cup of coffee with me. I'm sure enjoying mine. It's really good. I want to talk to you a little while today. I don't really know what the title to give to this, so we won't worry about a title. In Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, it talks about how that God created us in His own image. Another one I found as I was doing some devotion was James 1:17, and it talked about how wonderful every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. So, I guess if we wanted to put a label to this, we talk about gifts from God. But anyway, I got to reading about these, how wonderful God is. And in Psalms 136, there are 26 verses in Psalms 136. And every single verse ends like this: for His mercy endureth forever. Yeah. Oh, give thanks. Oh, give thanks. His wisdom. He stretched out His hand. And it begins to list blessings from the Lord. 136, 26 verses. And every single verse says, for His mercy endureth forever. Now, that word in mercy, translated, says this: His love endures forever. You keep that in mind now. His love endures forever. Have you ever had someone say to you, spouse or girlfriend or your kids or something, do you love me? Of course I love you. Even when you get in trouble, does that stop love? Of course not. You wish they hadn't done what they did, or wish they hadn't committed whatever, broken the law, whatever, but you still love them. And that's what this whole chapter is about. His love, His mercy, His love endures forever. It doesn't stop. It didn't stop with the children of Israel. It didn't stop with David. You study that. You think about it. Now, here's this whole, most of the Psalms written by David. And David says, even when I sinned, He still loved me. He didn't approve of it, and I had to pay because I sowed wrong seed in bad ground, but He still loved me. I don't know how many times I've said to my children, of course I love you. And I say that to my wife. I say that to people that I have some contact with. I love you. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. It keeps going on and on. It doesn't change. It doesn't get small. And it has no boundaries. Now, to some people, yeah, that's how they operate, but not from God. God says, my love endures forever. Remember, in your low estate, remember, you have enemies. Remember, when I provide food, when I brought you through the Red Sea, he's over and over, he's saying to the children of Israel, my love endures forever. And that's what I pray. You're sitting at home and you're listening. I want you to know something. He loves you. He loves you. You said, but I can't. I remember one fellow I used to talk to a lot, and he said, well, I don't know, boy, if God could forgive me. I said, he can forgive anybody, because his love is so big and so unconditional. Man is unconditional. Thank God for that. If it was conditional, we'd be in trouble. We'd be in big trouble. But it's not conditional. His love endures forever. I'm so glad for Psalms 136, and to remind me 26 times, 26 times, he says, my love endures forever. Wow. It is mind-boggling to think that whoever we are, wherever we are, or whatever our condition may be, he still loves us. My brother, I can remember distinctly, when I showed up in Wyoming after you stole an airplane, and I said, Larry, and he said, why don't you get out here and forget that I'm your brother? I said, I don't forget that. You're my brother, and you'll always be my brother. Just as God says, I don't care, I don't approve, and I wish you wouldn't, but I want you to know I love you. John 3:16, he loved the world that he gave. The Father says, I love the world. I don't approve of what they do sometimes, and I get upset, and I have to pass judgment, because that's what they bring about on themselves. But my love for them keeps going on and on and on and on. 26 times in the middle of Psalms, he says, I love you. Don't ever forget that. Bless you. In Jesus' name.